All right, y'all. Hope you guys are doing well. This is part 4, I think, of a no edit build. And we left off with these pair of suspenders that we clicked out and that we have to burnish. So I'm gonna go ahead and move the camera from way over there. I'm trying something different. I'm just messing around, checking out different camera angles. But we're gonna go ahead and put the camera back on the table so then I can show you what we're gonna be doing today. All right, which is basically beveling and burnish. We're already beveled. We're gonna be burnishing the edges and then assembling the pair of suspenders and see how far we get. All right, hold on. That's way too far, to be honest with you. I'm not gonna do that again. But I hit the record button, so now I'm committed, you know what I mean? Hold on. You guys like that view of nothing right there? Congratulations. All right, you get to see my awesome garage over there. Okay, and I am not wearing pajama shorts at all. Okay, so, all right, so what we have here, this is everything that we're gonna be beveling and burnishing. I keep saying beveling, but we're already beveled on the last video. You guys should check out the last video, I think it's part 3, but we beveled all of these. I went ahead and burnished everything and done the edges on all of these to spare you 30 minutes of me just burnishing and taking care of the edges. So all of these are done. But we're gonna go ahead and do that on this last piece just so I can have something on video. And yeah, I'll go over a little bit of how I do it. You guys see me do this a million times, but basically water, glycerin saddle soap, right? Glycerin saddle soap. This is a Don Gonzalez special. Basically that, I cut it in blocks. And then in these 2 jars, this is what I use to finish the edges. That's acrylic resin. I use that as just an edge finish, especially for firefighter leather. It helps seal it, the edges, so given the kind of work we do, well, not me anymore. But anyway, then how you're gonna slick it, you have your just regular slicker, piece of canvas, and like some 800 or 1000 grit sandpaper. And that's it, so let's go ahead and do that now. So what I do typically, I hit this with some water right here on the edge. I'm gonna cheat a little bit and use the power burnisher over there on the other side. So I can get this done, but I will finish it by hand as well. A little bit of glycerin saddle soap, and then we're gonna change angles right over there, and we're gonna hit it up right there. All right, we're gonna do that right there. I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna do a quick initial knockdown with this machine, then I'll finish the rest by hand. I like to do this with these bigger pieces. I'll just get an initial burnish with this machine. You could probably call it good with this, but I like to finish these bigger pieces by hand. All these smaller pieces, all of these like smaller attachment pieces, I did it all on that machine, the power burnisher. But these longer straps, I like to finish by hand. So let's go ahead and finish that by hand. All right, so I just touched up. I mean, it feels good already. I'm going to wet it and burnish. One thing that power burnisher is really good with are these round corners. I'll go ahead and hit it with some sandpaper right quick. Get that smoothness down there, you know what I mean? I'm gonna really try to keep this video at 30 minutes. It's been a long week, so I don't know how far I'm gonna get, to be honest with you. I do have, see, that side's done. I do have on this pot over here, we'll get to it in a second, but that pot right there, I just put it in before I started filming the video. Why is it not wanting to? That pot right there, that pot has the hardware. I just put it in before I started filming. The last video, I took it out before I went to bed. So I only sat in there about, I don't know, maybe 2 hours. So I just put it on just before I start the video again. So we'll take a look at that here in a second after we do this. Now, because we use that new glue technique, there's actually very minimal glue on the edges here, so it burnishes really well. I did make a video on burnishing and how I do my edges. Check it out on the tools playlist, the tips playlist, leather crafting tips playlist. I go over tools and where to get them and all that. There is an affiliate link. By the way, in the bottom of these videos, there's an affiliate link. It's a Sofield Leather Amazon shop page that has links to a whole bunch of different categories like shipping material, painting list, designated list for different tasks in the shop, and tools that I actually use every day. So I like that finish. It feels really good. We're done. That's basically what I did with all of these right here, except I have to put the edge on there. So let me put this away, tidy up just a touch. No, these are not pajama shorts, I keep telling you. All right, so now, acrylic Resolene in the jar there. This is a magic eraser. I cut these up because they actually are a great applicator because nothing leaks. It really absorbs, so there's no leakage. You know what I mean? You can really soak that up. And I'm gonna put some along the edge. I've seen guys do different things, beeswax, paraffin wax. I burnish with this, glycerin saddle soap and a stick. And that is the edge there. I made a video on this. To me, this lasts longer given the type of work firefighters do. So I think that holds the edge a little bit longer, but you can't get away from it. It's a natural product. It's gonna fray after a while. It's just the nature of the job and the materials. All right, so I'm gonna let this one dry. Let's look at this pot right here and see what we got going on right now. So right now, I'm gonna call this, let's do a comparison real quick. That is probably a good 2 hours total. Let's take a comparison with something that's not antiqued, just so we can see the difference. Because I kind of wanted to show you what 2 hours in this pot will do. This is completely shiny from the factory. This is 2 hours in. So you can kind of see, now it's just a matter of preference. How much antique do you want? You leave it in here, you can start working on everything else. That's what I'm gonna do. I want it a little bit more antiqued. So I'm gonna let that sit. It's a perfect excuse to end the video short because I really don't feel like making a video right now, to be honest with you. I'm just being 100% honest. But I do it for you. All right, now, this is all done. I'm gonna let this dry on the edge. By the way, 5 or 10 minutes, the edge is completely dry. What I'm gonna do here, there's some pieces that require some punching, right? Because when I created this, I marked my holes with the wing divider. I don't know if you can see those holes, those little marks there, of where I'm gonna punch holes at. So I do that before, and I'm just gonna punch these out and get them ready to go. I can't really assemble anything because the hardware is in there. Like I said, perfect excuse to end this video, make this one short. All I'm gonna do now is punch these out where I marked it earlier. a little bit of noise. By the way, the reason why I use a piece of leather like this on this cutting board is because I use this cutting board so much. It's pretty gnarly, and that kind of will scratch the bottom of the leather. It'll mark up the back of this really bad. I mean, really bad. How do I know? From experience. So I just use this to protect that a little bit. And I have tons of scrap, so a lot cheaper to use scrap than buy a new cutting board every time. You know what I mean? Of course I can sand it down, but I'm too lazy for that. I just use scrap. Or flip it. You know, I could flip it. The other side is completely not used, but I use that with my clicker if I want to, you know, stamp something that needs a little bit more depth instead of adjusting the clicker every time. You know what I mean? Just little things. Can you tell that I'm not into this video right now? I'm just not into it, but I gotta get this done. Like I said, this is when this starts to come to life. This pair of suspenders. To me, when I start punching holes, that's when it starts to come together. And it looks really, really clean. By the way, if you had to pick one hole punch, get a 5/32. I use this 99.8% of all my stuff. I would say even almost close to 100. But for what I do, it fits perfect with the Chicago screws. In fact, let me show you what I'm talking about. The 5/32 with the Chicago screws you get at Weaver, a 5/32 hole is perfect. See? Because you can still work and it won't fall out, right? If you had a hole that was bigger, 1/4-inch hole, that's gonna slip out of there and it's gonna be kind of a little tough to work and put things together. You know what I mean? Because it's always constantly falling out. This will sit in place just fine. Same thing with the brass rivets. Those will fall out, but I don't know, something to think about. I don't know if I made any sense right there. Okay, so that one's done. My camera only records 30 minutes. I have 17 minutes left. I'm just gonna, to be honest with you, I'm just gonna sandbag and call this video done at 30-minute mark. This is the back piece. The O-ring is gonna go here, and this is where the D-ring goes. You guys seen me do this a million times. All right, the other strap that goes over. Maybe one thing we could do is condition this now before we assemble, because I think those the hardware is going to need a little longer time. So that might be another video. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. If my phone rings, I might have to get it. Waiting for an important phone call. You know what's interesting? On this no edit build, I feel like I have to talk, but I don't feel like talking right now. So I'm just gonna be quiet. Sometimes I make videos where I'm just building stuff and I'm not talking, but these no edit builds, I feel like I have to waste your time and annoy you. So I feel like I have to. Right now I'm not feeling that I want to. Like right now I'm annoying myself because I'm not making any sense. All right, this is done. This angle is really bad at my dad bod look, you know what I mean? It makes me look like I have a worse dad bod than I really do. But whatever. Okay, so we have everything punched out. I'm gonna change the camera angle again so we can do a front down look, which is even worse dad bod view, angle view. You know what I mean? All right, we're gonna go right here. We gonna go right here though. We want something right where my hand's at. Nope, let's get rid of that dad bod right there real quick. Okay. All right, let me change this from to manual focus because I don't want it to go in and out. Hold on. I think that should be good. Let me see. Oh, it won't focus. Oops, sorry. All right, hopefully that's good. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is kind of get everything ready to go. Ooh, I missed this piece right here. Because this is what we just kind of did the edges. Let me punch this out over here. See, like I told you, I'm a sandbag, and I'm basically almost done at the 17-minute mark. I know what I'm doing, y'all. I know what I'm doing. This might be the worst no edit build ever. But I'm not gonna fake it. I'm just not into it right now. But I kind of want to get this out. Still got to do that radial strap too. All right, there it is. Okay, and I don't think this is ready. I'm gonna move it around though. It's not exactly. I am gonna get these button head screws. And I'm gonna attach those to the belt loops. Now, I'm sure you remember, but remember I had to change this over here. I had to skive this down a little bit. Maybe I will put it on autofocus. Put a little drop right in here. Just a little drop. See, that little skive is actually going to help situate this. I'm going to grab it with my assistant here and really turn this. Yeah, that's in there. Ten minutes left, almost done. All right, perfect. Okay. All right, what else? What else can we do here? This is basically done. All I have to do is assemble it. We have 9 minutes left. I probably could do it in 9 minutes. But what I'm gonna do is, you know what? I'm gonna have to go ahead and just do it, I think. All right, let me change the camera angle. Stand by. I do not want this flying around. All right, so we're basically ready to assemble. Let me grab. I'll go ahead and just finish this pair of suspenders. I think, I don't know. All right, so we have our main strap in the front. Main strap in the front. These two are for the back over here. All right. Here's your buckle systems. Here's your thumb loops. Here's the 4 pieces that are gonna attach to the ring. And here is the belt loops, the belt keeps that go through the buckle. And the pair of suspenders are done. All I have to do is assemble, but these pieces are not ready. They're not antiqued enough. So we're gonna call it perfect. Sandbagging worked. Hey guys, we'll pick up another day. Sorry for the short one, but I'm just not feeling it. Plus the hardware has to antique a little bit more. That's all I got for you. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Don't forget, in the description, I have the Amazon Associate affiliated link that has categorized materials and links and stuff like that, and list of materials that I use for certain things. It's in there. Talk to you later. God bless you. Bye. Bye.